between the Washington Commanders and the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On first down, Wentz looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now, the big story here in this one, Carson Wentz, of course, back in Indy. He was a 17-game starter as a Colts QB a season ago, picked up in a trade with Philadelphia. The numbers weren't all bad, 27 touchdowns, just 7 interceptions. But a Week 18 loss at 2-14 Jacksonville. It kind of wrote the end of his time in the Circle City, and he was sent to Washington on March the 9th. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Second down and a run by Robinson. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Wentz. Flush to his right. Able to connect with Dotson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Gibson will take this one in. Touchdown, Washington. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, express. He's crossing. He's checking. Check it backer. 151.
Now last year's leading rusher in the NFL, this is Jonathan Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. Ryan finding Pittman there for the Colts' 1st down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Colts sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. I mean, winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And they only scored 7 points in their last game, and that's absolutely not going to cut it in the NFL because points, they have to be scored in order to win. They've got to find a way to generate some more offense.
Play action, Ryan. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not much running room, down to the 32. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Montez Sweat, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. To throw is Wentz. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out of the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a 1st down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Shaquille Leonard able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. On the return, it's Rodgers. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now Ryan. Left side, he finds Pierce. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Ryan on 1st down. That's complete to Pierce. Touchdown Colts! Alec Pierce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Finding space at the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Throwing now is Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Quick slant, Dotson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. play action. It's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On second down, a run with Gibson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They go play action now. Ryan. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Ryan. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Campbell making the catch. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor from 13 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wentz going to try and throw on third. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. This is intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Ryan. That ball caught by Campbell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
In motion goes the tight end. Wentz now on 1st down. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Throwing is Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 70 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On first down, right back to Gibson. Tackle there by Nick Cross. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. The slot man in motion right. Now a play fake. Wentz. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Shotgun now for Wentz. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey Sly is out there now for the Washington field goal. Sly able to put this one through, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get...
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On play action, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And the slot man goes in motion left. Play action. Now Wentz. This one left side caught by Gibson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Ryan wants to throw it. Steps away to his left. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Up the middle, here's Taylor. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3, 4, 5 between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations and you've often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
One final try now for Wentz. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final shot. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.